What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. We are at the regionals. This is going to be the last round, table 1. So whoever wins this is going to be winning first. We do end up winning this here. It is a bit of a short match. We're on the left side playing Memento, going up against Jordan, playing the Mimighoul deck on the right side. He ends up winning the die roll here, which is going to be letting him start off with a copy of Terraforming, letting him search for a copy of the Mimighoul dungeon here. Before we dive on in too deep, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, push the channel a lot. We're on the road to 10k here. He's going to activate Mimighoul dungeon, which is then going to activate the effect. We're going to chain a copy of Ghost Ogre there, destroying it, making him not allowed to search. For that copy of the Dragon, which is going to be a very nice card there to search for a copy of Maker, which will let us continue here. We're going to be seeing Magician's Soul to be activating, sending the copy of the Magician of Chaos here. And then they're activating the effect, sending a copy of the Trap, being the Azroom. We're going to chain a copy of Imperm here, and then he's going to set one and pass on that, having one card left in the hand. Double hand trapping a deck like this is going to be very important. But we do see a copy of the Normal Summon of an Anguish. He does chain a copy of the Imperm here. That's going to let us resolve, which is going to negate the copy of the Witch, but leaving him just on one card here. So, his one card and the top deck, of course. We're going to have the copy of the Druid's Firm. We're going to be targeting the copy of the Magician of Chaos, banishing it. Then we're going to go battle phase, attack, dealing some damage here. So our hand's not going to be that great itself. I think we also have another copy of Ghost Ogre in the hand, which that's going to be what it is. We're going to link away up into the copy of the Rabbit here. I do apologize for the glare. I did not realize that they had that at the time. We're going to be sending a copy of the Azroll Trap ourselves. We're going to set an additional card here and pass turn on that. So he's going to play another copy of the Dungeon, and we are going to be thinking on that. We're going to chain the copy of the Azroll Trap, which Rabbit's going to be able to pop the copy of the Field Spell here, allowing him once again not to have access and leaving him on one card. We're going to turn the Azroll Trap into attack position here, and we're going to go battle phase and attack for 15 as well as 18, dealing a big solid heap of damage once again. We're going to pass turn. He's going to draw one more time here, and we see a set and a pass on that. And then we're going to be just able to normal summon a copy of Anguish here, and then he does have the copy of Ash Blossom for this. We have a copy of Cobble of the Grave, and that's just going to be able to let us search for the copy of Sleepy. We have not the Sorta card in this turn, but we do have a copy of the Bone Party, destroying the copy of the Anguish, and that's going to be able to let us summon out the copy of the Tachi no Shigu. We want to be able to summon it out. It should be in defense position as well here. We're going to activate the effect. It does kind of let us dodge the abilities. Especially from the hand, if you can only control Memento monsters, while we control two other monsters on the field here. So we just go for the effect of the Gatic, where we dump the Gatic, the Goblin, and the Mace. Gatic's going to add itself, summon itself back out, activating the effect, and we add a copy of the Bone Party there, in case they do have a Bestial. But he should have Bestialed the copy of the Gatic there in case. We do have the copy of the Sleepy to summon itself out, activating the effect, fuse into the Twin Dragon. Then we're going to activate the effect, searching for a copy of the Horn Dragon alongside the big guy here. At this point, this should just be game on board. I don't know what that trap card is, but I want to be making sure that I do play around a bunch of stuff. I know Mimighoul Room is a very powerful card. We're going to be seeing the Twin Dragon going to go up into the copy of the Mace because it was destroyed. Then we're going to activate the effect, searching for the copy of, I believe, the Fusion. We're then going to summon the copy of the Horn Dragon, and we are thinking on this. I want to find a way to kind of get rid of that trap if it is the trap there, and make it sure that I'm guaranteed to get game. We've already dealt a bunch of damage, being the 25 as well as I think it's 30 something. So then we go for the effect dump, and then he just scoops it up there, realizing we're going to have game that way, especially by being able to bring back the copy of the big guy there. So we do have game like that, and then we're going to move on to game 2. Opening up double hand traps and then having a Bestial and then another hand trap as well, and I guess the Rabbit being able to pop definitely is problematic for a deck like this. You don't always open up well when you are playing a pile. It's a 60 card Mimighoul Kashtira pile as well, which is interesting with the Bestial cards as well. So there's lots of different variations that he could open up, and kind of stopping access points to those good cards. The Mimighoul cards, Mimighoul Dragon will be able to let you search for a copy of Maker, and then you're going to start resourcing all your Mimighoul stuff. I wanted to cut off any access to everything they could, especially once we give him a Mimighoul card, and then he goes Maker. Maker can summon out the copy of Archfiend and the copy of the Dragon, and then Archfiend can flip up the copy of Dragon there, leaving them with 2 Dragon on the field. I'd have destroy all my monsters, and then of course he can go with a Sealed, which can give us access to Magnemite, which can then give him access to Lubellion. In that case, he has 2 engines running, so I just want to minimize any chances he has at it. But we are diving on to game 2 here. We're going to be seeing the Mimighoul deck going to go first once again here, and this is what I mean. When you're playing a deck like this, we're going to be seeing a copy of Lubellion. I didn't even know he was playing the Bestial at that point. So we're going to be seeing a search for a copy of the Magnemite, which is going to have another access to something else. We do see a copy of Mimighoul Dungeon once again. We're going to chain a Ghost Ogre. It worked well the first time. We wanted to do it again the second time. And then we're going to be activating a copy of Magnemite on the Ghost Ogre, activating the effect of the Magnemite, letting us search here. And we do have another copy of Imperm in the hand, so we are debating if we want to hit that copy there. But we choose not to. We're going to let them go into the copy of Lubellion, and we choose to Imperm this here. So the reason why we choose to Imperm the Lubellion is because we don't want to have access to regain. That card's absolutely crazy, letting him bring back out that copy of Magnemite during every single turn, getting them a resource. And I don't think our hand was that good, which was going to give us room for an OTK, which is why we chose to do it that way. But we see Desires, and then we add a copy of Genroku to the hand with the Desires. We go link up into a copy of the Seals, and we set one. And then we're going to be seeing the copy of Magnemite resolve during the end phase here, which is going to let us search for a copy of a Jerusalem, I believe. What was really cool about the that we saw Genroku being searched, which is a fire, which if you have not checked his deck profile, I definitely recommend it too. We normally summon the copy of Anguish here, they chain the copy of Imperm, we chain a copy of Bone Party. I'm going to take a second to read it, want to make sure that it doesn't target, because if it did target or if it was in the hand, they could just bounce back that copy there. But we're going to let that resolve, destroying the copy of the Anguish, letting us summon out a copy of the Tachinushigu. Then we see the Anguish resolve, searching for a copy of the Sleepy. So here we have the Tachinushigu on the field, hoping that they just bounce it, but they choose not to here. So we're going to activate the effect, and we're going to dump in the copy of the Gatic, the Goblin, as well as the copy of Mace. Then we're going to summon with the copy of Gatic. Gatic's going to activate the effect of adding back, and we know they have a Bestial in the hand here, so we kind of want to play through that. And so we choose to add a copy of Bone Party for the guaranteed follow-up. I did tie my last round because of the fact that I chose to go for a not guaranteed follow-up, so I wanted to be making sure of that there. And all they have left is Skills and a copy of a Bestial, so not much for that. We're going to be summoning a copy of the Horn Dragon here. They do take a second to read it, making sure it is a once per turn special. They do bounce it back to the hand to try to make it so that we can't just go battle phase. We do so attempt to leave main phase. So we're going to be going into the copy of a Dragon here, which Dragon lets us search for a copy of the Maker. Now it does have 0 attack and 0 defense. So it is going to be quite easy to beat over. But they search for the copy of Maker, which is now going to be another guaranteed follow-up card in their hand. We're going to go Sleepy effect to activate, summon itself out to fuse. Or summon itself out, then we're going to activate the effect of Fusion Summon. Going up into that copy of the Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon is going to activate the effect, destroying the copy of Sleepy. Search for 2 here, searching for a copy of the Tachinushigu as well as the copy of the Combined Creation. Sleep is going to dump the copy of the Fusion. Now this is what I mean when we say that the deck is just going to be revolving and just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. We're at the point now where we just have infinite gas. We ask anything on resolution, he says nothing, so we return a bunch of the lights and darks to their deck to summon with the copy of the big guy, making it so that he cannot bestial us here. There was an opportunity that perhaps we could have gotten hit with a copy of Nibiru, but in this case, I was like, oh, well, maybe he would have nibbed earlier, so he wouldn't have the Twin Dragon destruction effect. We're going to go for the effect of the Fusion in the graveyard, banishing to destroy the copy of Twin Dragon, and that's what I mean by, I would have preferred getting nibbed there, because, he could have nibbed, chained Jerusalem, and then have the token being sent, so we wouldn't have any other extenders to pop with that copy of the Fusion. But we're going to go for the effect, search for the Fusion, and then we're going to activate the Twin Dragon, and then he's going to chain a copy of Jerusalem here, and we're going to chain a copy of the Fusion, putting back the Fusion and a copy of the Tachinushigu, and another Tachinushigu in the hand, going over for the Combined Creation here, and then we're going to summon out the copy of Sleepy with that copy of Twin Dragon, then we're going to activate the effect of the Combined Creation to dump, and at this point, we already have used his Bestial in the hand. He would have nibbed us earlier there, so we would not have a token on the field, but we are going to be essentially guaranteeing us game here unless he just saved the nib, which could be a possibility. We see a copy of the Goblin, the extra deck monster, as well as the copy of the Horn Dragon here. And then we're going to activate the effect of the Combined Creation on Res, bring out the copy of the Horn Dragon, because I did activate a copy of the Jerusalem. We're going to then banish the copy of the Fusion, search for a copy of the Fusion spell, activate the field spell, activate the field spell here. We're going to link up into a copy of the SP Little Knight. At this point, we have guaranteed game. We have a handshake, and we see Memento take the regionals here. So definitely not opening up very well in the side of the Mimighoul. We see another Dubellion that they end up drawing in the hand off that copy of Desires, which is very rough for them. But Regardless, I wanted to show you guys off the final match of the day. This was not a very good match if you guys have watched it. There's going to be other Mimighoul videos. He was on table 1 for the longest time here, being undefeated until the last round. Shout out to Jordan for being a good sport, and congratulations on 2nd place as well. Hope to see you guys then soon. If you liked the video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.